Look, I know you seen me on Twitter. Like, god damn, Bedford, you want to stop sucking the dick of 3 Gatsu for 5 minutes? No, I don't. You know why? 'Cause it's good. Real good. This good. Like any degenerate scumbag worth his salt, I use the MAL system when rating anime, which is a really unnecessary way of saying that I use a scale of 10. And while I might not always be as critical as I should be, I don't just toss out 10 of 10 ratings every other season, like some people. In fact, the last 2 perfect scores I handed out were both in 2010 for the Master Pie duo
Katana Gatari
and the disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya. So it took 8 years for another anime to find its way to those lofty realms at the top of my anime list. So yeah, maybe I'm sucking its dick just a little bit, but if you don't like it, unfollow. No, for real, please don't unfollow, I'm really lonely. But if you're not interested in listening to me talk about 3 Gatsu no Lion or Sangatsu no Lion, if you just want to suck the fun out of it, then you better clear out now, because I'm about to slob its knob for the next 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how long it takes my mommy to finish cooking my din-din. I don't do fucking intros, man, I got shit to do. Let me ask you something, are you caught up with the manga? Do you devour every volume and then pull your hair out for the rest of the year until the next one releases? 'Cause I do, and if I'm being honest with you, I love it more than I could ever love my own hypothetical child. But I had some concerns coming into season 2 of the anime. And you might say, well, Bedford, Shaft did a great job with season 1, especially the dramatic aspects. And yeah, they did. But overall, it still moved at a snail's pace, and those god-awful Shogi Cat segments just made me want to suck on the business end of a shotgun, just like... You realize, Bedford, he said he was gonna do it if the CG Shogi Cats showed up in the next episode, and by God, he fucking did it. On top of that, there are 2 arcs from the manga that I enjoyed a lot but thought stretched on for too long. One concerns this piece of shit right here. Yeah, you better fucking run, bitch. And the other's the bully arc. Now, before you crucify me, let me add that I love the character development that these 2 arcs allowed. I just felt they should have ended about 2 chapters earlier than they did, because after a while it just feels like the story's wailing on you with a drama bat until your senses are so battered that you can't really appreciate the comedy chapters spread in between. The bully arc. Spoilers. It's beautiful. And it's fucked. Everything is fucked. So this arc focuses on Hina, the middle child and the most charming trio of sisters in anime history. Don't like it? Come find me. She's got a friend at school, Chiho-chan, that's being bullied. When no one tries to help and the teachers do nothing, Hina takes it upon herself to do something about it. Predictably, she becomes a target for the bullies. Chiho-chan then transfers out of school, and Hina's left alone to be ostracized and ignored by peers and faculty alike, while Rei and the Kawamoto family try to mitigate the damage at home. Now, this story spans 20 plus chapters and weaves through over half the anime's 2nd season, but the effects of it are permanent, and the consequences it has on the story continue to unfold long after the initial ordeal is over. But here's the brilliance of the anime. Not only did the bully arc not drag me down, it induced emotions in me that I'd never even come close to feeling when reading it. And I'm not here to say the anime's better than the manga. I'm well aware that I respond more to emotional cues when they're on the screen rather than the page, especially where musical score is involved. What I'm saying is that in 3 Gatsu Season 2, those cues are so well timed, so charged, and so impactful that when they happen, even though I know they're coming, I'm completely caught off guard. And that's something that doesn't happen to me. I said a minute ago that I devoured the manga. I did. But this anime devoured me. And it chewed me up. And it shat me out. I know that I was bullied in elementary and middle school because my mommy tells me I was, but recreational drug use and good old ADD have left me unable to remember most of my childhood. But there's something about realistic portrayals of bullying that I think almost every decent human being can relate to and sympathize with, and this arc goes full throttle in the feels department. I think it's impossible to overstate just how important the character of Hina Kawamoto is in the development of this season. Rei is a great protagonist because of gap mullet, which is to say he's at his best when he acts out of character. It shows us that he's got a well of emotion and personality that we're only privy to when he's pushed. It creates intrigue, curiosity, awe that someone as quiet and as calm as Rei has the ability to become so vibrant and enthralling. Perhaps we, us, quiet, introverted anime fans, not you, are also capable of such gripping emotional feats. But Hina in season 2 transitions from sweet little pumpkin bean whose smile needs to be protected by me and I'll fucking fight you in my front yard if you say a word against her, come find me, but you'll have to pay for travel cause I don't ever leave my house, to a fractured, dynamic, sympathetic character who almost pushes Rei to the back seat in the urgency and emotion of her story. I no longer feel the need to fight for this girl. I want to fight with her because she's mad. Holy shit, is she mad? So am I. And the whole payoff of this arc and season as a whole isn't catharsis. The issues aren't solved, man. They're still there. Chiho ain't never coming back. She's on a fucking farm making friends with pigs and shit because they won't hide her fucking shoes every time she turns around. The bully didn't reconcile with Hina or become any kind of sympathetic character. She didn't even repent. This is anime, man. Fuck real life. Anime is real life. No, listen to me. Listen to what I'm saying to you. I'm saying right now. Anime is real life. I believe that. Deep in my Full Metal Kokoro. The payoff is growth and development. The payoff here is growing to love old G-chan because he tells Hina that she did nothing wrong. It's seeing the lengths that Rei will go to help her when he realizes just how much she means to him. It's watching the bonds of all of these characters endure these trials and grow stronger. That's some good shit right there. But Hina as a character is just the tip of the iceberg. Here's Nikaido, don't think about the cats. A slightly annoying little beach ball of a kid, always bugging Rei and trying to be his rival. He's also responsible for the cats, but I'm not thinking about that. Botaro, that's what he is. We know he's got some kind of illness. He's got a butler. He's Nikaido. He's the cats. He's not the cats. Not important. Then there's this guy. This fucking guy whose name I didn't write down. What's his name? Junke. Yamazaki Junke, that's his name. First time he shows up, just a heel for Rei to step over to become the newcomer king. This guy beats Nikaido not because Nikaido passes out and he's not. Then Rei beats him in the finals and hurries to find Hina because bully arc. End of tournament, end of story. Except it's not. Because holy shit, you dirtbag motherfuckers, this big bald throwaway son of a bitch is a pigeon racer. I mean, that doesn't sound very impressive, but he's socially awkward. He's unintentionally imposing. He lives a quiet, lonely life. And he's kind-hearted. And he's both inspired and awed by Rei and Nikaido as they throw themselves headfirst into shogi. Because he's afraid of failure. He's not a heel. He's a sympathetic character. In the 12 minutes in which his story is told, he becomes a rich, deep, emotionally engaging character. This is the fucking Shinso effect, 100%. And if his story was captured this well in the manga, then I must have forgotten it, which is a definite possibility with me, because this is beautiful. And Nikaido. Nikaido. Oh god, no. Oh god, I'm having an episode! Nikaido, lost in the shuffle for most of the series, is shown to have a passion and resolve that might be even greater than Rei's. I was almost shocked to learn that he doesn't just exist so that Rei can be a comic foil. The dude is as real as Chinese cartoon characters can get, filled with his own hopes and dreams and frustrations. And this could only be shown to us through Rei's eyes as he discovers the depths of Nikaido's character for himself by learning about his illness and his willpower. This is the hook. How can you portray the guilt and the revelation of a moment like this in any other way? This is flawless execution, boys. This is what it's all about. And this is the most common theme in Threegatsu, or at least Season 2. It's the most prominent feature. Again and again, episode after episode, we see characters unlikable, out of sight, barely considered, grow and adapt and change to become something familiar, true to life, and in some cases, fucking heroic. This is hidden depth, stowed away, carefully tended, and only revealed in moments when we, the viewer, need to believe in a character. No one in this series is a throwaway. There are no background characters. Given enough time, you'll know the path of each one. And the soundtrack's just amazing, man. If you're wondering what it's like, you've been listening to me talk over it for the last 10 billion years. Go check it out. Seriously, go to YouTube and type in 3Gatsu OST and listen to that shit. Or download it. Or better yet, buy it. It's worth it. And the quiet moments. These are among the most peaceful and wonderful scenes that I've witnessed since Mushishi, and I'm crushed that this season is over. I rated Katana Gatari 10 of 10 because it was thematically flawless. I gave the same rating to Disappearance because it was the Citizen Kane of dumbass, stupid-ass anime with retarded plots. 3Gatsu Season 2 earned it with one of the best casts in all of anime and a series composition that flows like motherfucking poetry. Watch it.